Algeria possesses a 1,200-kilometer-long coast on the southern shore of the Mediterranean basin. We find all along the Algerian coast gorgeous beaches and creeks, fishing ports, yachting resorts, as well as major trading and oil ports. The crystal clear waters of the Mediterranean basin caress the Algerian coasts and provide its inhabitants with fish of a second-to-none taste. The Marinus Tommy, as it was called by the Romans in antiquity, is a space of cultural, civilizational, economic, and commercial exchanges. However, if we take no notice of it, this idyllic picture could be threatened by the terrible scourge of pollution. Countless ships specialized in the transport of hydrocarbons cruise off the coast and cast anchor in the Mediterranean ports, with some of them of a heavy tonnage like tankers. The Mediterranean region and the western coast of Africa until Angola witness activities which spawn great risks of pollution like the offshore oil production and the increase in the number of loading installations of liquid hydrocarbons. Libya, Algeria, Gabon, Nigeria, and Angola on the western coast of Africa are counted among the biggest exporters of crude oil of the region. The Straits of Gibraltar, which acts as a junction between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, witnesses a steady flow of oil ships, laying the zone very open to the risk of major pollutions. The experts assess that each year the equivalent of the content of an acre and a half of crude is poured into the Mediterranean zone by ships which carry out while emptying of the ballast tanks or on account of minor incidents on the ships. Already the first signs of a pollution of seawaters are observed. Small-scale oil slicks have been recorded the past decades on the Algerian coasts. In 1976, the Helen Conway ran aground with a shipment of 32,000 tons of crude, causing extensive damage all along the Algerian coasts. In 1980, the Juan Antonio Lavalesa poured 11 million gallons of oil in the port of Azul. And in 1988, the Wet Getrini ship poured 15 tons of asphalt in the port of Algiers. It has now become urgent for the African countries concerned to take the necessary steps in order to face up to any contingency. Because the history of major disasters across the world does not lack examples of distressing pictures of immense oil slicks brought about by the oil activity. The recent sinking of the Prestige off the coast of Spain, or the Amocadix on the French coasts, as well as the sinking of the Erika, without forgetting the running aground in 1988 of the Odyssey near the Canadian coasts, have attracted the attention of the major world media, giving rise to legal proceedings closely followed by the public. It is necessary as a result to have at one's disposal, in addition to national policies of prevention and preservation of the environment, an efficient and rapid tool as well as an appropriate framework at the regional level for the struggle against ecological disasters caused by accident in the oil activity. That's why Algeria has initiated the project of the creation of a multinational company of struggle against marine pollution due to hydrocarbons in the south of the Mediterranean basin and in the western coast of Africa, a company made up of about 12 oil firms of various nationalities operating in the region. This multinational company is open to all the world oil firms and particularly to those operating in the region. In addition to Sonatrach and its 13 subsidiaries, 13 companies have accepted to participate in this multinational firm, including Cepsa and Repsol from Spain, Trapsa from Tunisia, Samir from Morocco, Statoil from Norway, Sanangol from Angola, Eni from Italy, Petrosan from Senegal, Total from France, Petronas from Malaysia, Anadarko and Amerada Hess from the United States of America. All of them have taken part in the project. During the holding on February 16, 2006 of the Second African Oil Congress, the President of the Republic, Mr. Abdelaziz Bouteflika, called for the creation of a rapid intervention multinational company in case of a major marine pollution caused by hydrocarbons, starting from a limited company at the southern shores of the Mediterranean basin and the western coast of Africa. Algeria adhered in the past to the international conventions related to the struggle against marine pollution in reference to the arrangements of the United Nations Convention pertaining to the protection and preservation of the marine environment. That's why Algeria is naturally participating through its national company Sonatrach in the cooperation which involves all the international institutions concerned by the issue of marine pollution due to hydrocarbons. Today, and after having initiated in October 2005, in conjunction with its partners, a feasibility study geared to promoting the setting up of an operational multinational entity of struggle against marine pollution due to hydrocarbons, a call is launched to involve in the project those oil firms which have not yet joined the preparation phase of the multinational company, as well as the states and the international institutions.